Hello everyone and welcome to another Throwback Thursday. Today we are traveling all the way back to 2008 to play, I don't know, it's arguably one of the first, if not the first, living card game proper. It and Thrones both converted from collectible games around the same time. And this is often regarded as a very well-loved game. Everyone
People
I talked to
People love this game.
loved this game, really did love it. So this is designed by a friend of the show, Eric Lang, of course. Classic during his 2000s design spree. And I'm excited to play it. I played it a handful of times way back with a friend. That was way before I played Arkham. And so the whole theme was a little much for me.
We did not grow up or understand anything about Cthulhu.
Yeah. Well, I just wasn't even allowed. I would have seen it and been like, not taking that home.
Yeah.
In any of its forms.
Zach's not allowed that stuff.
All that to say, if you've been waiting for us to start, a lot of you have seen your chat.
We're waiting on Sexy Dinosaur to get here.
That's literally that, and then Van to say what's up. We got to make sure that happens early enough in the stream.
Also, let's not forget, we can all really appreciate we're back on the lav mics today because we were having some issues with the overheads that we know the issues, but it just take a little while to solve. Zach got an exceptionally deep V today. Yeah. Because you got the drag on the lav, which I like. Yeah. So this is one.
Yeah, yesterday you had your two button open kind of day. Now I'm just
we're really exploring the space now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Pretty soon we'll be in our swimsuits.
I already am. What do you swim in?
What's up, everybody?
They make suits for that?
Here's the thing. This game looks phenomenal. We've got some Cthulian miniatures here, which I didn't expect in the game. We've got, is this the one where you play weird cards around things? I remember seeing it at the first, I think, FFG Worlds, it was, when they were doing like a tournament or event for it, and I was absolutely fascinated by it.
Yeah, so you play, I'll just show you once we get into it. I have all this.
Let me grab, I'm going to grab my water over there.
Okay, Hydro Brain, Hydro Life.
Hydro Brain, Hydro Life. Hydro husband.
That's exactly what I was quoting.
Watering everybody out here.
Can you give me top down just so I can make sure this thing's centered?
Yeah.
All right. What is it? You see this like Cthulian eyeball over here, Sauron. That's less relevant.
The eye of.
Center this up. Yeah.
You want me to zoom out?
Nah, you're good. Just centering these three blocks. Let's see. Anyways, you can go back to the regular. We can check in with the people. Basically, point of the game. Score points. Just kidding. The win condition. Let me find it. I have the tome here. Where are you at?
I'm gonna look at this map. We got way off. I blame Jonathan for that.
Always. It's always Jonathan.
I'm gonna blame
and those meddling kids.
The number one thing, just don't blame somebody else. Always.
You have to score these cards. They are called story cards. Where's it at?
Man, it's Thursday, everybody. How's everybody doing out there? We almost made it.
3 story cards. I'll tell you when.
Thursday. Thursday is just the strangest day, really.
Well, I ain't saying 2, but it's 3. Because we're throwing back to the crazy games. But I will say, one of the inventions that happened around this time, look at this.
Ooh, charts.
That's a timing chart.
Wow.
That's going to be helpful, which we'll get to in a minute.
Teach me how to play this, would you?
Yeah. All right. So the point of the game is to score these. These are called stories.
You want to top down it?
Yeah, sure.
Give me an example of a story. We'll pull one up
the
here.
Call of Cthulhu. Let's see if we can make this pop.
You know we can.
Wait.
The Call of Cthulhu. Oh, we need our little faces, too.
There we are. Look at that. There's some great art in this game. Yeah. So these stories are going to essentially be spread out like this. You know. So we can all
There was another power outage last night, wasn't there?
Yeah.
That's why everything's wrong. Because even our picture-in-picture box. What's going on at this complex? Why is there a power outage happening every night?
I think it has to do with Cthulhu.
We should go somewhere else. We should build a new store with no power outages.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what it is. We will be moving to a different area of town, hopefully soon enough. So I'm going to tell you about the different kinds of cards real quick.
Okay.
And how they work. So those are story cards. And let me find it really quick.
Are we going to accomplish these stories?
Yeah.
We have to essentially. Is this like Mythos? Is it like the Mythos CCG?
No.
At all?
No. I mean, in some ways. So the phases of a turn. Phase 1 is refresh, as always. You ready your exhausted characters. A character, like as an example, I have this Hastur
Whoa.
Not supposed to say his name.
Let's say the H, man.
He's a character, and he's got a cost up in the top left, and we'll cover all this stuff.
Oh, cool. King in yellow, too, man. This brings, Arkham, I feel like, is somewhat similar here.
So you exhaust like you do normally with a card, right? But when a character goes insane, you actually flip them over.
Okay.
And they're face down. And then during this refresh phase, you can ready all your characters, and you can take one of your insane characters and restore them.
Okay.
And they come in exhausted once they go from it's like stage 3, right?
Yeah.
You back up to exhausted, and then you get ready.
You have ready, exhausted, and flipped.
Yeah.
Or insane.
So you ready everything, then you can take actions. So there's cards from your hand that you can play. Then we're going to go to the draw phase, typical. Draw 2 cards on your turn, right?
Okay. Always draw 2.
Yep.
Like Thrones, right? When Thrones always draw 2?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then you can take actions, of course. Then you get to the resource phase. And the resources in this game are actually pretty wild. So here's how this is going to work. Each of us are going to have 3 domains.
3 domains?
Yeah. So as an example, it's going to be 3 face-down cards. I'm going to get these on screen. Like this.
Okay.
So during the resource phase, you can attach 1 resource to a domain. And this is optional. And so what you actually end up doing is like this, let me find a card that I can easily pronounce. Shadowed Woods is a card in my hand. So to attach something to a domain, you'll go upside down and face up, and they have a little resource icon here.
Are we already using multiple corners of a card in this game?
We are, yeah.
What a genius game.
So once around, you can attach a resource to one of your domains.
Okay.
Okay, and then we'll move along to the next thing. But what ends up happening is when you play a card, you basically have to use your resources. So like King in yellow here costs 6. I'd have to have 6 attached to this thing. And then not only would I have to have 6 attached, but I actually have to match these icons.
You have to have these 5 icons have to be present on your little threshold thing.
Let me make sure that's accurate.
I want to check in with the audience too here. So I know, there's probably a lot of you guys that love and have played this game, Cthulhu. I know there's also a lot of people who, like us, it was around when you were in the early LCG space, but you never actually got a chance to learn it. So if chat always helps us along the way on these throwbacks, so please do help us and let us know exactly what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, because the learning process is actually somewhat helpful to actually see, because a lot of times we'll make mistakes that new players will make constantly, and to see them made and then corrected is actually very helpful. So for instance, Tex Falcon saying the domain needs to match one of them. Alan saying you need at least 1 matching icon.
Yeah, so as an example, Hester has got this yellow sign.
Yeah, the yellow
icon.
sign.
So it has to, one of these has to match that.
You have to have the yellow sign in there somewhere.
But then, of course, you have to have enough of them. But the recognition is that you're kind of building your domains to play specific cards. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure you can use each domain basically once a turn.
Okay.
So it's this, slowly you're building, but if you build all your resources into a single slot, then you can only play
1 big thing there. That's interesting.
So we'll come back in a second, and if that's wrong, obviously, chat, you can correct that. Then you get to the operations phase. This is pretty typical of a lot of these games, where you essentially can take a bunch of actions, right? That's where you can play cards, and you can do whatever you want. So it's refresh, draw, resource, actions. Thrones had a very similar thing going on.
Right.
Then you get to what's called the story phase, and this is where all of the real action happens. So the active player commits characters to the different stories. There are 3 stories going on at a time. So you put them wherever you want to put them. Then, after that happens, of course, we both get a chance to play actions. Cool.
And actions in this game are just basically going to be like instants and events and stuff that are going to be happening at certain times that are going to modify the step that we just went through, basically.
Like I can probably find you one.
Like you would play
Horde mutation is an event.
Okay.
It says bold action on the text box. Until the end of phase, this thing happens.
And you can use any actions on the board or any actions from your hand.
That's right. You got it. Yeah. Then after I commit, we get actions. Then the opponent gets to commit. Then we get actions. And then we actually resolve each story in the order of choosing.
This looks pretty similar.
Yeah. So basically the active player gets to choose which story to resolve first.
Okay.
And so like let's say I chose to resolve the other path story first. So what we're going to end up doing is resolving the icons on the side of this card.
Okay.
So you'll notice Hestur here has 3 of this oogly boogly icon and 2 books.
And 2 books.
So if he's committed here, when it comes time to resolve, and there's a different word for each of these. So the oogly boogly is called terror.
Okay.
It's like a tentacle-y thing.
I prefer oogly boogly.
The book is called Arcane. The skull is called Combat. And the magnifying glass is called Investigation.
Okay.
And each of those types of struggles, winning it gives you some sort of benefit, which we'll come back to in a second.
My gosh, there's so many themes that you see throughout these games.
Yeah, and if you win the resolution of a story, so basically we would both total up our icons of that type, and if you win, you get to put one of these investigation icons down here. Once you get to 5 of these, you actually score that story.
Okay. And then you resolve it, I imagine.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. I think you resolve the story when you win it.
Okay.
It's possible you resolve it when you win that story, like
every time,
but we'll come back to that.
We'll look it up.
So once you get to 5, you score the story. A new story will come out, and we'll keep going. Score 3 of these stories, you win the game.
Okay.
That said, there's a way, I need to look this up, for you to score 2 of these at the same time.
Ooh.
Like to add 2.
A super score, essentially.
A super
slam
score.
dunk. A 3-pointer.
So then, anyways, when you commit a character as well, you're going to have to exhaust it for it to commit to the story, basically. And so it's kind of interesting. Any character I use on my turn will not be ready during your turn.
Yeah.
But any character you use on my turn, you block with
to
it,
defend,
will be ready because they'll ready and then you go.
Right.
Because you refresh during the refresh.
Right.
Then you get to the end of the turn, the player on the left becomes the active player, and you move along. And then we go back to the refresh phase for the other player, and so on and so forth until one of us is declared victorious.
Alan's on it here. If you're unopposed, you get another success token.
There it is.
If you win the intellect, that's also another success token.
Okay. Intellect or investigate? I think it's investigate.
I said intellect. I don't know. Alan seems to know what he's talking about. 3 tokens in 1 go is the max.
Yeah.
So an unopposed intellect would get you there.
Yeah. So the various struggles, just so you're aware. So terror, which is the tentacles. The player who loses a terror struggle must immediately choose one of their characters committed to that story to go insane.
Gross.
They flip over.
Okay. Yeah, investigate. You're right.
Combat struggle. The player who loses a combat must immediately choose one of his characters to take a wound, if able, which you see the little skeleton.
What's our average wound threshold on this stuff? 1 to 3?
If you look at Professor Herman Mulder, his is 4.
Okay.
That's that.
So
stat
that's
right
you can take a lot of heat here.
Yeah.
If they lose all their health, they out. They don't go insane. They're out.
They're gone.
Right. Okay.
Arcane struggle. The player wins an arcane struggle, which is the book. May immediately ready any of his characters committed to that story.
Dude, there's so many crossroads between these FFG LCGs.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of
this is all 5
Lang,
R
right?
rings.
He was iterating.
This is all
on his
5
stuff.
R rings.
Yeah.
It's right there.
And then investigation. The player who wins may immediately place a success token on a story card currently being resolved.
That's it. Okay, so that if you win an unopposed investigate challenge, you would put 3 on.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah. So you do when you score a story is when you get their printed effect.
Oh my gosh! See, look at this. See, Keone and Alan both. 1 wound kills a character, unless they have toughness.
Okay, that's good to know.
We're taking Zach off of rules research.
That's right. Yeah,
gone.
Well, this was very little research. This is.
Thought you just come in here and this is an LCG. We've played 1,000 LCGs in our
no,
lives. It'd be easy.
It's also just a very simple game, ultimately.
Oh.
Like some of those or the old TCGs that we're playing.
Yeah.
This is a framework I very much understand as well.
Yeah.
Like we can resolve, even you knowing there was bold keyword action on cards, right?
Yeah. That's very familiar.
Yeah. Whereas like some of them, it's like you're reading an abacus to figure out where you're going or whatever. So I'm looking at real quick the icons the character has. What is that stat?
Why do we have these nice little Cthulian gargoyles? Do I get to put them here? Or here?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna put them wherever I please.
Okay. So you resolve the all 4 of those icons, and then the stat here on Professor Mulder, his skill is a 4.
Is that the tiebreaker?
So after you resolve all the icons is when you then total up remaining skill. Whoever has more is the one that wins.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
So wait, so there's a separate, so the icons are just for resolving the effect here, and then actually winning the story comes down to skill values?
Yeah. So
oh my gosh.
this can make someone go insane.
Yeah.
So if they go insane, they're no longer contributing their skill.
Oh, wow.
This can do a damage. So if you take someone off the table, they're not doing anything.
That brings them out of the party, yeah.
The investigate literally puts one on.
It gives them an
straight
extra
up.
run, yeah.
Then the book, what was
it ready somebody of yours, I think,
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of angles to balance. So you go to a conflict, and then if you're good in certain things, oh, you see how this is going to go.
So
you see how this is going to go.
When you spend a domain, you put this there, and you can't use it
right on.
That's how you mark it.
They didn't need to do that, but that's awesome.
Yeah, these 6 giant miniatures for no reason. Okay, so
you want to get into it and struggle through it, and then and then come back and do it again
correctly. Yeah, as we do. Okay, so I'm going to give you the choice.
I actually think these little statues are a huge part of how I'm going to enjoy this game.
I totally agree.
You know, like there's something really satisfying about that.
All right, so you'll notice there are the 7 factions that came in the core set here. They have their little icons, like the King in Yellow is one of these stacks. I'm going to let you choose 2 of these.
We're going to shuffle them together.
You're going to get 2 of these colors, and then you're going to get 1 of these stacks of neutrals, and then those are going to be the decks that we use.
Okay. So you can just already see that there's going to be a faction dedicated to making your opponent insane. Mm-hmm. There's probably going to be a good investigating faction. There's probably going to be an attacky, woundy faction. There's probably going to be a booky faction. And then there's probably going to be 2 that are kind of, doing something different, or
supporting
3 that are kind of doing some weirder stuff.
Well, I'm trying to put the most expensive character on the top of each stack.
Okay, that'll give us. Yeah, here's like Yog.
Yeah.
Yog Sothoth, in whom the spheres meet. Lower the cost to play by 1 for each spell card in your discard pile. So this is the magic spell casting kind of thing, it looks like.
Yeah. So we have Cthulhu, we have Hastur, we have Professor stuff, we have Shub something. We have the police with the G-Men, and then we have Richard Upton,
All right, I'm going to do, and do we know the names of these factions? Are they in the book somewhere?
Yeah, I can tell you.
Because that actually plays a big,
I'm totally all about it.
Plays a big role for me.
All right, let me find the
Glad to hear that Cabling plays. Playing it tomorrow for the first time, so this is perfect timing. After servant enters play, sacrifice a resource from one of your domains if able. I don't want to do that.
You know what? Crazily.
Opening the limbo gate from each player's discard pile. Oh, yeah. This is the kind of deck I would hate to play, but I see how it's good. We've got just Cthulhu straight up, the Great Old One.
Yep.
That's a title? Like there is just the
Cthulhu?
It's crazy. I thought there was just a number. I thought all these weird things were Cthulian things.
Nope. I don't see a list of factions anywhere. There it is. I got it. Okay.
You learn things every day.
The blue here with the G-Men is the agency. The scrolly-looking thing on Professor Albert...
Old Wilmarth?
What's that say?
Wilmarth, I think.
Wilmarth. Is the Miskatonic University.
Okay.
Yours is the Cthulhu faction, of course, over there. This is Hastur / King in Yellow. This is...
This Richard Upton Pickman is...
What is
the red symbol?
With the money.
With money.
It is the Syndicate.
Okay.
This with the key is Yog Sothoth.
Okay.
And this is Shub Nigurath.
Okay. So we should do 1 human entity with 1 Cthulhu entity.
I got it.
So I'm going to go old school Cthulhu, which is unlike me.
What do you consider Hastur?
But I think Hastur is old school, like Cthulian stuff. Yeah, for sure. And then I'll go researchers as well. Okay. So I think this is flat Cthulhu.
I'm gonna go King in Yellow and Syndicate.
Okay.
I loved the Carcosa cycle.
Yeah, it looks great.
I'm all about it.
And then we shuffle these together.
And then there's a stack of neutrals. Here you go. There's 2 different stacks of neutrals, totally different cards. You would have had to buy 3 core sets to get a full play set of each of these cards.
That's honestly my favorite part of the LCG
classic FFG.
I really dug it.
All right.
It was my favorite part.
It says grab 3 cards that you're not using as your domains. So I'm going to give you 3 from
so just any random card. It doesn't even matter what they are.
It's just face down.
That's
cards.
very practical. Utilitarian. This do you know when the last expansion or that kind of did they actually sunset this, or is it kind of an open door forever?
There was like a final like big product,
Okay.
and it was like, here's everything we were working on all at the same time.
Anybody out there in the chat, of which there are many of you that are players of this game, I'm sure. What's your favorite part? What do you think is the best aspect of Call of Cthulhu? Because I know there's a huge cult following. Pun, not necessarily
Immediately
intended.
intended.
For this one, and I would certainly like to know like what you see as the biggest boon of this system. Yeah, Michael, that was definitely sarcasm. Nobody likes buying 3 core sets. 10 years later, lesson learned.
All right, so you're gonna draw 82 cards. Just kidding.
Is this really all I need to know is what kind of mulligan are we working with?
That's exactly what I'm trying to answer before I tell you.
I'm going to
anything.
guess it's a pitch, whole hand, and redraw once.
Your favorite.
Yeah.
Place domains draw. So each player draws 8 cards from their deck. This is the setup hand. Choose 5 of those cards to be your opening hand. The remaining become starting resources.
Whoa! Hey, this is enlightening. So how many do we draw first?
8, and then you're going to choose 3 to be starting resource. Each player takes the remaining 3 cards from his setup hand and attaches one face up, upside down to each of his 3 domains.
And then will we flip them up simultaneously kind of thing?
Yeah.
Or upside down, is that?
It's so you can see that little icon that I was
Okay.
showing you.
Okay, upside down. Yeah, that's relative to my x-axis or z-axis.
So draw 8.
So we keep 5, and then the other 3 become resources.
Yeah. And remember, you have 2 basic resource types in your hand, right? And the cost is top left, so
I'm gonna make so many mistakes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Agreed. So resource.
I like this. I like this guy. This feels good. Yeah, that seems like a guy I want to play. The investigator characters you control gain. Okay, so how many investigators do I? Okay. I'll do that then. Good. And finally, Cthulhu by 1.
Jessica says the Cthulhu miniatures, favorite part. Elaine says small role point characters with a horror symbol can't go insane. Same for characters with the willpower token. There's a couple keywords that we'll get to in a minute. Elaine says there's a chess-like element to the game and that the deck building is wide open.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Elaine. Saying expensive cards in your opening hand is great resource fodder because you're not going to obviously be able to play them for a while.
Yeah.
So I picked these 3 as my resources. That's kind of a pretty clever mulligan-y rule. I'm going to do this so you can just kind of barely see the domains.
Okay, I'm gonna do this.
Okay, so I'm going to go and reveal. And I've got 1 yellow, 1 yellow, and 1 syndicate.
Now, can we stack all 3 of these at the very beginning?
That they attach to 3 different ones.
Necessarily.
Necessarily. Yeah, on this particular one.
Okay. Okay. Ooh, I feel like I'm getting into something old and weird.
Yeah, honestly, given our Arkham experience and what I somewhat know about some of these things, just even right now, I'm kind of like, I kind of want to own a lot more of this.
Oh man. Uh-oh. Watch out.
I'm not saying I will or anything.
And you're the first player?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, refresh phase. Ready all my exhausted characters. Restore an insane character. Can't do any of that. Draw phase. I draw 2 cards.
Resource card should be upside down.
Yeah. They have this little icon in the bottom corner for you.
Right, wrong icon I was referencing then. Okay, I see you. Okay, hold on. I might make a different choice here.
Okay.
If you don't want to see me. Yes, I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to keep this big guy. I'm going to play him later. Don't tell Zach, though. We're exploring all corners of the card. We're starting to get interesting.
Okay. I drew my 2 cards. Then I get to attach a resource to a domain. So.
And Alan said there's two strategies. You can try to get to the second turn on a 3-1-1, or like a 1-2, 2, or you got to figure it out.
Yeah, you understand how there could be a specific resource curve to this.
Yes.
For sure.
And it terrifies me. And to play something, you have to have one instance of its matching icon? Is that the idea
Yeah,
there?
that's right. So let's
Okay.
play a Messenger from Beyond here. So I
Did you
did
draw
my
two?
resource. I drew 2. I attached, and now I'm in the operations.
Look at
phase.
that statue thunk down there.
Yeah, you do love to see it.
I'm here for the statues, basically. You got some
gonna-
Conquest vibes here, too?
I'm going to play a Clover Club Bouncer. And
What are all these things out for?
then I will pass my operations phase. Now, I do believe I have to skip the story phase on my first turn.
Now, can I play actions on your turn?
Yeah.
Do I unexhaust my resources at the start of my turn? So if I can YOLO you, like, on your turn, then I get my resource back that I spent?
Yeah, I think so.
Like spoils?
Yeah, I think so.
No way. I got some goods for you, then. You gotta let me know.
Do I have to skip my first story phase? Surely I do. It would be too advantageous
Would it be
if I
too
could
good?
just go. Yep, skip it.
Let me see these actions.
Nailed it.
Let's see these actions, though. Can I play actions on your first turn? Maybe not. That seems really too good for me. Maybe it's fine.
Second player skips their first refresh phase.
Oh, for that reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at us.
Okay. I see.
Who would have thought
we got the,
we'd be here?
We're in Ericling's brain already.
Yeah, I played a lot of lane games. A lot. All right.
Is it my turn?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So this thing, the messenger can exhaust to make you lose one of your tentacle icons as an action.
Mm-hmm.
And my club bouncer can exhaust to choose a character, get -1 skill.
Okay. So
As
you're
an action.
you're debuffing me. That's what
Yeah.
the kids call
Yeah.
that in the business.
Yeah. Now, do you exhaust to commit to a story? I believe you do, but we'll see. See, look, we're not even 30 minutes in and we know how to play.
Surely. I'm on the refresh phase, which I skip.
What up, David?
I'm going to draw 2 cards. What's up, David? Whoa.
Thanks, Tex.
Attached story gains. Okay. So... Okay. I'll figure out what that means. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play a card. An action card.
Good.
Sacrificial
Wait,
offerings.
you didn't want to attach a resource?
Yes, I do want to do that. This is happening before the resource phase. It won't matter. I'll do the timing, though. I'll do the timing. Do you have any attachments that I should destroy?
None yet.
You're going to play any? And is it good? Is it good to have all the same resources in your stack? Not really.
So I would think you would want one of each of your resource types in each stack.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
But also, like, eventually, yes. At the same time, the 4 and 5 and 6 cost cards are really good. So the first 5 turns, it's tempting to stack them all in one.
I am tempted to do that.
But obviously, if you have a bunch of 3s and 4s, you can play a bunch of other mid-range stuff. So you see where the strategies could quickly...
Don't I?
I also really like that you want these lower cost characters early, but like you can only play 3 cards a turn.
Yeah.
So like that limitation that no matter how big the resources get, you get 3 cards a turn is kind of interesting.
Nailed it. Okay. Oh wow, there is a lot of strategy here. Oh, it's exhausting.
You want to go home?
Yeah, let's get out of here. All right, I'm going to attach a resource here as a start of my turn. And then...
What up, Andrew? We just got through talking about you for about an hour on our podcast, saying what a cool, weird board. I wonder who designed it. It was probably Andrew.
But I don't want to waste time. See, you have unspent resources like a fool.
Currently. I dare you to play a character, though. The Yellow King is coming for you.
I dare you to play a character.
You shouldn't speak his name. I warn you. I warn thee.
Okay, hold on a second. This is everything I'm doing is just wrong. Okay, I just can't. I cannot waste. Well, I'm gonna waste resources. But I can't do it, Zach. You know I can't do it. It drives me insane.
I do think this was Jeremy Zwarn's first championship game.
Of course.
He won a couple at this game.
One of many.
Yeah.
Okay, here. Look, guys, I'm no longer paralyzed in my decision making. Done there.
Don't speak too
Now,
soon.
what do I do? This is the mess with Zach phase. Sacrificial offerings. Choose and wound a character controlled by an opponent, the one that costs the most. Then that character's controller may choose and wound a character. May.
I'm not doing it.
There's none to wound. See, that's why I played it at that time.
Jeremy Z saying
Thunk.
third. This is the third game you won a world championship at?
Is Zwern in this
Is that what you're
thing?
saying? Yeah. The whole crew's here.
What else did he win a championship
You got to be careful.
on?
Speak nicely of those FFG guys. He won Netrunner. He won Conquest.
My Little Pony.
He won Call of Cthulhu. And he won multiple at a couple games.
Did he play anything aside from FFG games? Because I feel like his portfolio needs to be diversified.
I mean, his rise to superstardom was in the phase where they were making the most the most competitive games that weren't Magic.
Warhammer Invasion. We always forget. Have we played Warhammer Invasion?
It's on the list.
We didn't play it yet?
No. I've never played it. It's actually the next throwback game,
Wrong.
even though it might not be happening next week.
Maybe Zwern was so good at them all because they play so similar.
He won Netrunner and Invasion in 2012. Can you imagine
Yeah.
that? That's gross.
Yeah. He's only okay. I'm going to play Open for Investigation, but I need you to explain to me why I would play this card. What does that mean? Attached story card gains icons.
I think that means we resolve those 3 icons
In addition to the ones that are already there?
3 extra times.
No way. Just for me or for the whole
I
bag?
think the whole story.
Everybody gets these icons? That can't be possible. It's only for me.
Really.
Definitely not for you.
That would be. It has to be both of us.
Attached to a story card. These are story cards, right?
Yeah.
Gains 2 magnifying glasses and a book. Chat, you got to help us out here. It's for both players, but do we resolve then 3 additional icons when we hit this thing?
Also, thanks to 2008 FFG for using half of this rulebook to market other products and not answer my questions. I'm just saying. This is cool, though. They're shouting out their previous world champions. Greg Gann, Chris Long, Jim Black, Scott Ferguson with the custom art that they got to do.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, very nice. The greatest prize in gaming, isn't that what that was called?
Something like
Designing
that.
your own card there?
Play the chase, not the game.
Okay. And Ben Clapperton,
Okay.
you've been super helpful on the Earthborn Kickstarter too. Good to see you.
That allows you to rush that story because it's got 2 of those investigate icons.
Yeah.
So if you had a particular beneficial board for that, like if you had more of those icons out and you knew you could win that, you could attach that and send all your characters here, and it would be a problem for me.
Well, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to attach it there and see what happens.
It seems risky if you don't have characters out, because I play a character that can investigate. I go there and I just win.
Oh yeah, okay. But I like to spend my money effectively.
Yeah, text saying that would mean 3 investigation struggles happen there. It's possible to get 4 tokens a turn on that story.
Okay. Instead, I'll do that next time, and I'll play Student Archaeologist this time. After they're restored, I draw a card, and then each player chooses and discards a card from hand. So a little bit of love there. And then I'm going to.
That card's great.
I don't like that I haven't spent all my resources.
Well, early on, it's going to happen.
This is not how Jeremy wins world championships. Wasting money like this. It's not good. It's not good, Zach. I'm done.
Oh, Moira.
Moira.
Step 1. Step 1, refresh phase. We did it. Step 2, draw phase. Give me the cards. Got to read these in a second.
Alan says that student's going to go insane. How does he know that? Can you make me insane? Why am I going to go insane? Why? How do you make me insane?
Winning one of these.
You don't have any of those out currently, right?
Yeah, I don't know how I would currently make you go insane.
Okay. Well, I don't want to be insane, so we'll see what happens. Oh, you want her to go insane. Okay. Oh, that's what restoring is like, in this context.
Yeah.
So every time I
yeah.
get uninsane, I draw a card. Wow. Okay. How many cards do I have in my hand? 6?
Yeah, but I have to play a resource.
Yeah.
I
don't have to.
Is it possible to control more than 3 domains? I have a card that says that has a value of X equals the number of domains I control.
3?
But is that all? Why wouldn't it not just say 3?
Why would it not always be 3?
How
How do you even control a domain?
That's what I'm asking.
To the rule book. The rulebook's got better over time.
Keone says there are cards that let you add domains. Okay, well we'll be fine with that.
So I guess it's 3.
Okay. I'm gonna play a resource here.
Real brain bender on these resources, isn't it?
I'm gonna play Hard Case.
No, come on.
Response after Hard Case enters play, choose an exhausted character with printed cost X, or lower X is the number of domains I control. There.
It's hogwash.
Yeah. Then I'll play a Mad Artist.
Where are you getting all this money?
You know.
What are you playing, a rush deck?
Sure. Then let's go to the story phase, and it's time to party. You know what I mean? What's the book get me? It's gonna take a second.
I'm gonna guess that something that has more than one of the little icons, like Natural Philosopher, for instance. You can't. I'm not gonna show you the card, but you see that? It's got 2 scrollies up there. So I mean, you have to have 2 of that resource in your domain. I'm just intuiting that as somebody who's feeling the game out.
Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking.
We'll see what renowned world champion Jeremy Z says. Okay.
Oh wait, I was supposed to be able to commit to stories on my turn because I don't skip my committee phase.
Yeah, you can do that if you want.
Oh well, yeah, I'll do that before I get exhausted.
Where are you going?
Success token on any story in which he has 2 or fewer success tokens. Well, that because I feel like I can win this. No contest, right? I'm going here.
Yeah, I can't contest you as it happens. So I won't block, and then we resolve the icons, right?
Okay, resolve the icons. That's right.
So
it's just the
now,
investigate.
if you have none, I don't think you can participate in it.
Surely not.
So
I can't make you insane or wound you or whatever, but I can sure investigate.
You can investigate, so you get an investigate token on your side, and then you're the only one and she's exhausted. Your total skill there is 2, so you'll get a second one.
And I won the investigate, so it's a 3rd one.
And it's unopposed.
Isn't that the point? And
So
the
it's
unopposed.
third,
Yeah.
Yeah. Good opening.
Well, I'm playing Call of Cthulhu now, man. See you later.
All right. Then I'm going to rethink my life because you have I'm not going to waste my exhaust your character card.
All it took was one mistake. It's like that song.
Yeah.
One kiss is all it takes. Just like that song. In every way.
Now, if I have an action on a character, do they have to be unexhausted to use it by default?
Does it say exhaust?
Mm-mm.
Knowing FFG, you can use it. Does it say once per phase? Once per turn? Does it give you any limitation?
Mm-mm.
None. I'll be right back. Don't worry, I'll just look up action. Oh, God. Action.
Those icons say that you have to have at least 2 miscanonic cards as resources in any of your domains.
Oh, so it's like a threshold across the whole thing, huh? Okay.
Elaine's saying no, which is good.
Actions? No cheating about actions in here, so I guess we'll just make it up. Actions are taken one at a time, and action is resolved before another action may be taken. I don't see anything about them having to exhaust or anything like that.
And can neutral cards be played as resources?
They have any, just like a blank icon?
Yeah. I have a little icon there. I just don't know.
Well, if they have the icon.
I'm going to go yes. And then if it ends up being no later, well.
Why would they print an icon there if you couldn't play it as a resource?
I'm asking questions, you know. We're going to play a Mystic Bounty Hunter. At some point, I can sacrifice her to return all attachments in discard piles to their owner's hands.
Cool. Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah. Then I'll play a Patsy.
Then I'll play a Patsy.
And
the board's yours, man.
I can commit an icon to a struggle where I don't have any icons. So, like, I'm going to commit here.
Okay.
Okay. Make it to resolve.
I don't have any responses.
All right. So we'll trigger here. I have one of those little investigate tokens. So I'll get one of those. It's unopposed, and I succeed. So we'll get 3. And this is unopposed, and I succeed. So I'll get 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll take an action. I'm going to sacrifice here. Sacrifice Patsy to discard exactly 2 success tokens from a story with 4 or fewer total successes on it.
Doesn't say your story?
No. From my story. And then I'll pass it over to you.
The heck? Refresh face.
So in hindsight, I should have blocked here so that it wasn't unopposed.
Right. Because there's no wound tokens, of course.
Yeah.
Here,
now,
let me just take this off then.
Why?
Because you would have.
Oh, it's fine.
The unopposed one. I'm not playing in illegal games, dude. I want the cream of the crop here.
So saith the macho man.
Always rises to the top. All right, 2 cards. Here we go.
Okay, so timing-wise, picture this. I would have had to do this differently, and it would have been fine. I resolve here first, then I sacrifice this, because it technically had 6 on it. We each had 3.
Total tokens.
It counts both of ours.
Right. Okay. Let's add a resource here. I'm a 3/1/1 man myself. I like to get to the goods.
Elaine, we removed the extra token here because knowing now what we know cleanly, there's no reason I didn't send the Clover Club Bouncer here to make it not unopposed. It would exhaust me, but then he would ready at the start of my turn. So there's no reason not to send.
You know, we're on the big strats here.
Yeah.
All right, paying 3 for a natural philosopher.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not right. Paying 3 for an anthropology advisor. This is my strat here.
Ooh, 3 different icons on the same card.
3 different icons, beautiful. But lower the cost to play each investigator by 1. And all investigators gain a magnifying glass. So I'm going to rush you out.
Holy smokes.
Macaroli, you're done. You've already lost. You didn't even know it.
Matta, we might play Transformers at some point. I still have the decks. That'd be a nice throwback.
Okay. Next up. I can't spin it. You see, you feel bad about wasting money as well, right?
Always.
My curve. Who built these decks?
Chance.
Randomness. Okay. Now Steven gets to commit to stories. Okay. And commit he will. What's the best story for me? Do you like this one?
We like this time.
Ooh, I like Call of Cthulhu. It's named after the game. I feel like I'm going to go here.
What's it say?
I got to search a card from your deck.
Yeah. The other path says each player may place a success token on a story on which they have 2 or fewer. Oops. Dreamwalker says each player must choose one of his 1 story cards other than this one and shuffle it back into the story deck. Wow.
And really, at a certain point, you know, you're showing 2 wounds on your little mystic bounty hunter there, so holding something back to block, if you play another woundy thing, it's not good. It's not good. Now, could I send 2 things here?
Yeah, I think so.
No way. For real? I'm tempted to do that.
So if, just so you're aware, the way this resolves. To resolve an icon struggle, the active player counts the total number of relevant icons on all of his committed cards at that story. Then the opponent does the same. The player who has the most icons of the relevant type wins that struggle and immediately exercises a specific payoff. So you don't get double.
Right. Don't
But
get a double payoff.
If I had 1 and you had 2, you would win that struggle for the magnifying glass.
Makes sense. No need to double up there.
Right.
Other path is good. It's good for you. And if I'm all exhausted out, you're going to win it. Unopposed and win the challenge.
Now, your book icon there is going to ready you.
Do I choose the order in which they resolve? The conflicts? The stories? Is it left to right, or do I choose?
It wouldn't matter.
Well, I want to make sure that I commit everything first.
Yeah.
But, okay, cool.
It's just at the end of your turn, that'll still be ready.
Or it readies another character, I think.
It has to ready itself.
No way.
Or it has to ready something at that story.
But it can ready itself?
Mm-hmm.
This anthropology advisor is phenomenal.
Yeah, correct. 3 costs is when you get into the heat.
I'm not going to play your games over here with 3.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm committing here.
All right. Which one do you want to resolve first?
This one.
All right. Well, I'm gonna commit here.
Okay.
Okay. So it's not, you get to do the investigate thing. So you
Yeah.
get a success token.
So I succeed, and then I win the investigate icon thing.
Yep.
So I get 1 here. And because I'm not a sociopath, my magnifying glasses will be correctly placed.
Yep.
All facing the right side.
I didn't even notice that mine weren't doing that.
The Call of Cthulhu here is going to be 3, because if we run it down, I bet the first thing is who wins the investigate challenge, which I've done. And then we check for unopposed.
Now you want to resolve the book icon first.
Oh, right.
So you resolve the 1 investigate.
Let's resolve the book first. Yeah, so we'll resolve the book and ready.
Yep.
We'll resolve the skull. There's nothing to wound. Don't need to ready. Resolve the book. Ready. Resolve the magnifying glass. Get 1. Get 1 for unopposed.
Yep.
And get 1 for winning the skill challenge.
For total
3,
skill at the
3
end,
to
yeah.
0.
Yep.
Okay. Pull them back.
And so technically you resolve these icons top down.
Okay. We're playing Cthulhu now. And I'm going to pass.
Okay. We'll go to the refresh phase. Draw 2. Clear these. Wow.
Is it getting good ones?
Mm-hmm. I see what my deck wants to do.
Well, I hope it's lose.
No.
Anybody going to watch the Olympics tonight? What's going on in the Olympics tonight? What do we have? What are the events? I'm going to be watching. I've got a date, an Olympics watching date.
That's adorable.
With Jared, old friend Jared.
Ah.
He's hugely into the Olympics. You would never guess it, would you?
It's both surprising and not surprising. Okay. I see what my deck is trying to do.
Ooh, sailing.
I'm going to attach... Someone's sailing?
Yeah, they're sailing on the Olympics tonight. Or yesterday it started. Probably not super exciting, I guess.
I'm going to play a Byakhee Servant.
Okay.
So, worth noting one thing. It's got the fast keyword. Whoever has more fast characters at a story wins ties.
Okay. Won't have
Like
to worry
icon
about
ties,
that
yeah.
for a while.
Then I'm going to play Hard Case.
Oh, come on. You got all these skulls, man.
I'm going to exhaust that thing. Yeah. And then I got to think about my life.
I feel like neither of us are going to play well enough that we're going to have really interesting conflicts.
Possibly true.
Or you play a lot of defense because you got those stupid skulls, those woundy tokens.
Well, the Byakhee is definitely a defensive character.
That's right.
Undeniably. I'm definitely going to commit this character here because I would like to win.
That character's got the goods.
She good. And then I think this guy's just kind of worthless.
That's right, Jared. I'll bring the 30-pack of hams.
The Ham Sams. I'm going to do this.
You got run of the board, man. I can't commit anything. You know?
All right, so resolve here first. Undefended, so I get a token.
Didn't want to win it straight out
Not
with
yet.
your Mystic Bang.
We go here. Resolving, and no insanes. I have skulls, can't shoot anything. Magnifying glass for 1.
Did you get 2 here? Unopposed and winning the skill challenge?
All right, if so, back this up.
Oh, you don't want to win it.
I don't want to win it yet.
Wait, what is this? Wait,
I will win.
yeah, I don't want to.
So this makes each player shuffle one of their stories they've won back in the deck, which we have none. So I'd rather score it now.
Before you win one.
Yeah. So
Also, just resolve that one first.
let's
and then
resolve this
that
first.
one.
Yeah. So icon, undefended, skill check, scored. Each player must choose one of his one story cards other than this one shuffled back in the story.
I choose none. How many do you have to win to win
3.
the game? You win 3 and you win the game?
Yeah. So this clears.
What?
I'm not sure when we replaced that story. That was a success.
All that work.
But we'll come back to that in a second. And then here, I'll get 1 for unopposed and 1 for the skill. So this happens. It says each player may place 1 success token on any story on which he has 2 or fewer success tokens. So I'll place 1 here for free. And if this replaced itself beforehand, then it would be out, and then we would both get to put a success there.
I'm getting obliterated.
So I'll just put that here. Then we'll go ahead and replace. So this was the first one. And here. These are over here exhausted. And that's over to you.
All I can do is look around with my team. I can just investigate things and get dead. That's my whole game plan.
I am getting obliterated. Let's put these here.
All right, refresh some things. Draw 2 cards.
Jared Fram says we have a date tonight. I totally forgot.
That's right. Can you tell me what heroic means, asking for a friend?
Yeah. Heroic.
I like these draws.
All right, heroic and villainous. Et cetera. During a game, a player can't play a heroic character if they control any villainous characters, or vice versa. If for any reason a character controls both a heroic character and a villainous character, he must immediately choose one to be discarded.
Boo. Is that all it means?
That's all it means.
It's just
It's like
annoying.
a sub-faction.
Okay. Okay. Now I've got a choice to make here. I'm gonna choose wisely.
Three says, I do 2 things, investigate and die. And I'm all out of investigation. Investigators.
Do you have any attachments over there?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm a true Jedi.
That Byaki servant is so annoying.
Yeah. You can make something go insane and kill something. Unless you had more of those same icons.
Yeah. Who's gonna do that?
But it's fast, so if there's a tie, you also got a problem.
Ooh, timing is gonna be weird on these.
You need the chart.
I will need the chart. Okay, so
Jeremy Z is saying as soon as the story is won and resolved, it's replaced, so we both get a free token here. I scored this one first, it was gone, so it replaces itself. When I scored this one, it said each player can put a success on anything they don't have at least 2 on.
Okay. All right, I gotta think about this. I don't want to put.
Not in a rush.
I don't want to put these down. So this is probably players probably do this sometimes. This. For this.
Chris Hodovec saying servants of the big H. The Hamburglar can be quick.
Okay, so I can't. Okay. So that's one way to do that. This is a real brain burner. A real brain burner. I think I have some ideas. Okay, what we're gonna do instead is this. Yes. Play a resource here. You ever feel like you're dumping like a card that everyone's like, that's the best card in the game? You just dumped your... What was that crazy card in Conquest that was just stupid? Climax War Leader. Yeah. Thanks, Brad. Okay, then I'm going to start playing cards.
You want to be able to play a unit at any point and kill any unit of any cost, any value at any moment.
Also, we're playing a Guardian Shoggoth.
Okay.
Toughness +2, which is that 2 toughness or 3 toughness?
You know what toughness does?
They don't die or something.
Maybe one additional X times.
2 times.
Toughness +2 can take 2 wounds without being destroyed.
So you can wound me twice, and I don't die.
Yeah.
Like what that Byaki man wants to do.
But the Byaki man can make someone go insane, you know?
I do. Then I'm going to pay 2 for a natural philosopher because my investigators are -1, and I'm into value. And force response, after I enter play, I draw a card. And then each player chooses and discards a card.
Tough breaks.
Ooh. Okay. I got one of those cards that gives me a domain. That seems strong. I don't know though. I need a low curve.
Well, you have to make another domain and then start stacking it.
And then I do something with it?
This game does have, I think, some of the shining qualities and problems of games of this era, which is, as an example, very quickly, I have 1 card left, right?
Yeah.
So if I draw 2, play a resource, and play 2 cards, I'm top decking.
Yeah.
So then there's
Like
got to be
fool.
cards that let you draw cards. And then, like,
And you got to draw those cards.
it's that whole, like, Thrones had, you have to draw the resource cards, and you have to draw the cards that draw you cards to then just be able to play the game at the highly consistent level.
That's right.
And if either player didn't do that, it's bad. Or if both players did it, or if one player does it, it's the worst. That's the worst of it.
I don't disagree with you. All right, so now it's my turn to commit. And I've got ideas. Okay. But, ooh, and then we resolve in order. And do you have to do the thing that you're winning? Like,
What
for
would you not
instance,
want to do?
well, would you have to drive me insane before you resolved your wound tokens? Which is what I'm thinking is how that would happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, let me look. The loser chooses which character goes insane.
I'm the loser.
Well, I didn't want to have to say it. But here we are. I'm a loser, baby. Look at this squad.
Yeah, you get it. Wow. Boy. Yeah.
You just ran into the complexity of this choice for the first time.
Wow.
Really, truly.
Look at that.
It was all fun and games until now.
Until right this second. Okay. So your Skull Boys are better at blocking, but not awesome at it. I'm supposed to be a rush deck, I feel like.
Yep. You also have stuff that readies,
I do. I'm a ready man.
which is crazy.
I'm a ready man. Okay, I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna have to. We got problems.
Yeah. I do like that the investigate's the last action.
Yeah, so you can get wrecked 1,000 times
Yeah.
before that happens.
You have to, survive.
Well, maybe I'll put my Guardian up here with.
What up, Jeremiah?
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Max here, we are playing with a single core set right now.
Okay, let's do this. I'm going to do this. I'm an offensive man.
You remember I won ties?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. What are you playing over there? I'm nervous. Let's see what this does.
Now, hold on. I'm probably about to own myself here. So, according to this, we resolve all the struggles. We respond to struggle and success results. Then actions may be taken. So, give me just a second.
Well, you also, did you read down here, story phase? Actions, you declare who you're committing actions. I declare how I'm committing actions.
Okay, yeah.
Then we get to the resolve all the stuff.
Yeah.
So once all the resolutions start happening, there's no action windows after that.
Right on. So, like, all right, hold on a second. You going here, you insane me, and then win the Scullies. So, but also you've got just straight up Scully over there, which is not ideal at all.
But like if I sent him here, we would tie on skulls.
Yeah,
But you would make me go insane first.
that's right. So you can't send him there.
Right. But if I sent
But
him
if you
here,
send him there, which is absolutely what you would do.
then I win the insane.
Yeah,
You send someone insane. Then I win the damage.
yeah.
Then you have to damage your non-insane character. And then I win the conflict because I'm at 3 left.
Yeah, crazy.
So that's
Wait,
really
that's
bad.
for 3? Where do you get this?
Same
Can I get more
problem
of these
here
guys?
is that I would win the insane.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then you would go insane.
Happy with that.
And then I would just win 1 point on that.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like I need books. I need books a million over
What
here.
stats are on that guy?
This guy?
Mm-hmm.
All the rest of them. You got the freaking wall built up here.
That Biaki's a problem. Always
He's
is.
a problem, man. Yeah, it's the same in Arkham.
Yeah.
And then you got Tuffy stuff.
Tuffy stuffy.
Tuffy stuffy, indeed.
Writes itself, man.
I'm scared. I don't know what to do. This game is impossible already. I can't do it.
Now that's another strategy.
Yeah, but then you go here with hard case and ace this guy.
Yeah, and I go there with Biaki and
Then you
ace
go
that
there,
guy.
ace this guy. And hey, I score that. But you could also go here and ace this guy.
Yeah.
And then that happens. I want to trigger this book. This guy will get a book. Unless he's insane.
That's definitely the character of Make Insane, of course. If choosing. Now, another thing you could do.
And you get to refresh.
Yeah.
You are the worst. Always. Oh my gosh.
What up, Adam? I just wanted to drop in and say I can't wait for Earthborn Rangers gameplay. We just finished recording a podcast where we talk about that for quite a bit. We are planning on playing that Monday, assuming it shows up on time.
All right, done. I'm doing this. I've got plans.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I'm the information.
It's weird. I kind of want you to trigger that.
Me go get a card?
Each player.
Oh. I like that the stories that I'm scoring benefit both of us, and the ones that you score are not.
This gave us both a success. So there's the greedy option. And the less greedy option.
I say greed. Greed is good, you know, as
Some movie said once.
Was that Reagan? Didn't Reagan say that or something?
Mm-mm. It was in a movie. What movie is that from?
Greed is good?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's like about the stock market. Yeah, the greed is good. I'll send them both there.
Okay, let's resolve.
Okay.
No actions, any actions?
No. Mm-mm. Insane icon. Insane. Skulls. I win that one. Doesn't matter.
Do you have to have damage yourself?
Yeah, I succeed.
You got a thing there. All right, what do I come back here like just sad?
Oh, triggering those are optionals, by the way.
Oh, right on.
If you didn't like the benefit you're giving. Yeah, you did come back.
I win this and I'm unopposed. Look at me go.
Mm-hmm. Wall Street. Gordon Gekko.
Boom. Done.
All right. Fine.
Yeah.
Prepare to get pantsed.
Yeah. Oh, I've been prepared.
Oh my goodness. What in the world?
Oh no, I've made a mistake. Oh no. I made a huge mistake.
Have you?
yes, it's fine.
Okay.
I'll live with it.
We'll just try it again. Let's pay one or put a resource down. And then I'm going to play Victoria Glasser, the Society Hostess. Villainous. Force response after she enters play. Choose a character. That character goes insane.
Yours?
That one.
Okay.
Then I'll play a freelance photographer.
Photographer?
Yeah. He has an action. Pay one to ready the freelance photographer.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then let's win.
Let's win.
So you'd have to block that. If I do that. She's a great blocker. These are all great blockers. I see now.
She had 2 books on her? What is wrong with this game? How are you? Did you choose the good card pile, basically?
Don't know. Couldn't tell you. I will commit here.
Okay. Very prudent indeed. I'll show you the mistake I made immediately.
You know what? Actually, hold on. Let's also send this guy. No, let's send old Butler. No, I'm going to save him. Go ahead. Let's be safe. What's your mistake?
All right, so I'm going to play a card called Dr. Carson's Treatment. Choose up to 2 insane characters, restore and ready them. Now, the key text that I was missing says, if you overpaid, they gain 2 skulls until end of phase. I did not realize I needed to overpay for that because I didn't read it like an idiot. So these guys come in, but instead of having 2 skulls like my brain thought, they will not. The entire last turn was about that. I was like, oh, I'm going to pant Zach here. And then I made a mistake.
That could have been gross.
Yeah. And then I just at least tie you on all those things.
Yeah. Well, here we are.
But instead, what am I going to do?
Read that card.
Choose up to 2 insane characters, restore and ready them.
Oh, and ready?
If you overpaid, those characters gain 2 skulls until end of phase.
Now, if that thing had 2 on it, would that be overpaying?
I think that's what overpaying is. Yeah. I think you click the Cthulhu button and then you generate that many resources. Okay, so I can lose.
You got to block this one.
But I'll still die.
Yeah, you send anybody here.
Well, it'll be unopposed at the end, won't it?
Is that one you figure out unopposed?
Even so, if you've got investigate plus win the challenge, you get 2 on, right? Or you need 3.
Yeah, I need 3.
Is unopposed probably at the end, isn't it?
That's what I'm going to look for.
We need a fun acronym like in Thrones. Duck.
Bread.
Fire. Duck, bread, fire. It's funny, man.
Yep.
Unopposed at the end?
It's considered unchallenged if at the end you have 0 skill.
All right.
Be aware this guy can give you -1 randomly.
I've got to go all in.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I will resolve.
Can you distribute 2 wounds, or is it 1 wound per winner?
So let's just walk through that.
Yeah.
First piece, insanity test.
Don't
No one
have
has
any
it.
of that.
Then we do skulls. So we both count the total number of icons.
1.
I have 2, so I win. So you have to wound one of your characters.
Oh, I wound it.
Yep.
Oh, well, that makes it okay, actually. This one.
Okay. And then the next one is the book. So you have 2, I have 0. That means you get to ready a character.
Oh, a character. Doesn't matter, right? They're going to get ready.
That's right. Unless they had an ability like that would exhaust them to use it or something.
Yeah.
Then we do magnifying glasses. I have 1.
I've got 2.
Okay, so you get to put 1 on.
Look at me, I'm winning.
You are winning.
I've won the game already.
And then we total up remaining skill.
6.
2. So you win again.
Okay.
So you score that.
Score this. And how many cards you got in your hand?
0.
I'm not going to trigger that.
I agree with you. Then we get a new one. Opening night.
These guys all come back?
Yeah. Opening night. This is amazing. Once it's resolved, all discarded characters are put into play. Insane.
Whoa.
You can bring one insane character back around, right? That's really cool.
Okay. Okay, so I don't score the story. I'm not the active
How's that
player.
possible?
Well, I'm not the active player, as I think it says that in here. Bound me now.
Skill 1 as a defender doesn't give you the story. It's like the one you get for having the most total skill.
That's only the active player can win that? So you can just stuff it, basically. You can't win. Okay. All right.
Okay. So then I'll resolve this one. Resolving down, no skulls to do. Icon is 1.
Boy, is she good.
Win the unopposed, win the skill test, and then they go home.
Yeah.
And then it's over to you. Oh, and I'm going to... I won't do that yet.
Okay. Restore. Dunk, dunk.
These are nice.
Okay.
I will say I'm facing almost 0 brain burn.
Yeah. Okay. Oof, that's not good for me. So I'm gonna throw this into the pile here. Let's go 2, 1. This one goes in here. Gain a domain. I mean, okay. All right. Fine. Let's go. I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a 4 there, and then I'm gonna pay for a military advisor.
What's he do?
Toughness +2, and after I'm wounded, I pay 2. Choose and wound a character with skill lower than military advisor. So I think that's size 5, and pretty much all of your garbage. Garbage over there.
It's one way to get rid of a Biaki.
That's right. I'm into it.
Murder it.
Okay, and then moving over to the next part of this, the decision part. Let's go win.
All I do is win.
You've got no glasses icons there. So you've got a lot of insanity stuff, though.
Yep.
At every turn. Am I supposed to be making myself insane? Is that kind of the...
Maybe the point. I believe in you.
I do too. I do too.
Go insane. Careful now.
Insane in the membrane. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna lose. We all know that. I'm interested in playing the game, not sitting here. There's no good offense here. I do have to sit here, don't I? I don't think I can do anything. Because I'm thinking, you've got two immediate insanies. You put the Byaki wherever my Guardian Shoggoth is and win that and turn something. Then you got Victoria goes to another conflict and takes one out there. So I've got to at least commit 2 to do anything, and then you're wide open on winning this.
Right, I just set my whole board there.
Yeah.
I need one icon to work.
Okay, then I'm not committing anywhere.
Okay.
No commitments.
Mine?
Yeah.
Go insane.
Welcome to the Top Deck Express. All aboard.
Hold on. Okay. Don't you love it?
Just taking a look. When can I play reactions?
Right.
Can I play responses?
I like these king and yellow bits. Glad I picked them.
There's no character limit, is there?
No. It just keeps on expanding.
It's just
Yellow Muse. It's fast. It's like the universe.
I would just like to keep adding more information
Yeah.
to the board
Yeah.
over time.
Keep
please.
remembering these, please. All right, it's fast.
Great. My favorite keyword.
While Yellow Muse is committed to a story, all other characters committed to the same story lose fast.
Including your other ones.
Ain't nobody faster than Yellow Muse.
That's right. It's the old hasty sarcophile over
That's
there.
right. Then I'm going to play a Ghost. While Ghost is committed to a story, it gains invulnerability. It cannot be damaged.
Why is this so funny?
I don't know.
Because you have 17 things on the board right now.
Yeah, that's one reason. So we're going to commit.
No, I just got to wait for you. I just have to hope you make a mistake.
That is where we're at. Yeah. I won't.
Oh, dog pile in San Francisco over here.
Yeah,
Look at
now,
this.
This unknowingly could easily be a mistake because maybe you have a card in your hand that says, cancel the resolution of any one story. And then I exhausted all these characters. And
that
just
would be a
lose the
bummer,
game.
wouldn't it?
Yeah. But there's no way for me to know until we try.
Well, I don't see a world where I'm not
Getting dunked on?
going all in over there because I can't let you win the skill challenge.
That's kind of a
away.
fun
Straight away.
just exploration of mass battle in this game.
That's right.
All right. You ready to resolve this
I
thing?
challenge you, my club sandwich. Yes, please.
Okay. Starting with
Insanity.
insanity. I have 3.
You have successfully done it.
All right. You got to take someone insane.
This one.
Then we go to damage.
Do they come out of the thing? Probably. They're too crazy to
They're
party.
not, yeah.
Yeah.
Skulls. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Yeah, you're gonna win that one.
Okay. You can wound someone, but you actually have characters that can take
that's-
wounds.
Well, I'm here even. See, you're gonna get bamboozled. I'm gonna take a wound here. After I'm wounded, pay 2 to choose and wound something with lower skill than me. Which of course
Dealer's choice,
is
man.
going to be the mystic. Well, who's got the most skill? The mystic thing there.
All right.
Yeah.
She gone.
For now, I'm just trying to win here. Wait, you got booksies.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I have 2 books, and I'm fast.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so I can ready a character. Let's ready
Do I need like wound?
the Biaki. And then we go to the investigate
I got 3.
bit. I have 1, so you get to place 1 on there.
That's right. Right before you win, I get it.
And then we go to total skill.
Yeah.
I'm at 12.
I'm at 11.
So I win.
So close.
1. So then I score the story and win.
But I almost did it.
But further winning, this resolves into discard all success from all stories.
But further winning.
But you can see, so I think...
A character with insane icon can't become insane.
Well, that revolutionizes the entire game.
basically, it's a fraudulent game. We have to try again.
We have to try again.
Yeah. You can see, though, for me at least, it reminds me of the 3 icons in Thrones, where you basically have to be competing on these 4 icons, and those icons change what you have available to you, right? Like you win a military claim, they have to kill a character, kind of a thing.
Yep.
So damage, insanity,
And they choose.
and they choose.
That's the thing.
Which is different.
They choose.
But then after all of that, you still need to have more of a stat out there than they do.
Yeah.
To
To do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. So, color me interested.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ray. Huh. And it's got the draw too. It's got the no mechanic to draw built in, so you've got to rely on cards to draw or turn to draw.
And even though the boards can get unruly, you still can only ever put 3 cards into play on the same turn.
Yeah.
Or use 3 cards, really, at all.
And the massive icons doesn't actually change anything except for the totals on either side. So it's not like 7 wound icons means 7 wounds.
Yeah.
So the snowball is fairly well contained.
You can also kind of win on defense. In Thrones, it was just stop their claim.
Well, didn't Night's Watch try to do that?
I don't know. Well, it was Martell, right? Win by losing?
Night's Watch started getting into the if you successfully defend the challenge, gain a power, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we are the something wall.
We are the Watchers in the night. We are the...
Etc.
Well, I had an idea to get a lot of investigators out there, and then they all got eaten. So I do feel like having some other icons is probably relevant. Eight. Domains. Did people ever make really fancy domain cards? They probably did, didn't they? Okay, so now that we know we need chumps. Oh, see, this is exactly the guy I needed. Innsmouth Troublemaker, phenomenal chump.
You see that fishy looking guy?
No. I won't even tell you what he looks
He's
like.
from Innsmouth.
Choose and destroy a
He looks like
character
a fishy
or
Thanos.
support card with cost X.
There he is. I can see him. He looks like a fishy Thanos.
He's a little fishy. In fact, this is on an Arkham card.
It's like something thug.
Yeah.
Innsmouth thug. Blah blah saying apparently they made nice domains for the CCG version just before the LCG came out.
Oh boy, do I have something. What does loyal mean? Just out of curiosity.
Usually it means someone who's committed to someone else and unwilling to betray them. When a player drains a domain, in order to pay the resource cost of playing a card with a loyal keyword, the domain must contain enough resources of that card's faction to pay for the entire cost.
Okay.
Alt win conditions, those are cool.
Yeah.
Kind of like a plot deck, but different.
I'm off. I didn't hit my curve.
Yeah, well, welcome to randomness.
Welcome to earlier card games.
We got Dreamwalkers. That's the one where you have to discard a story of 1. We got the other path. Each player may place 1 success token on a story in which they have 2 or fewer. We've seen that one before.
I'm going to draw well.
And we have Through the Gates. Each player sacrifices all characters with printed skill 3 or higher.
Say what?
Each player sacrifices all characters with skill 3 or higher. That's a game changer.
Okay. Oh wait, I think I did that wrong already. Now a neutral just doesn't count for anything, basically.
Oh, Loyal just hosed me here. Hold on a second. I'm sure I'll draw something I can play.
Certainly.
Yeah.
You go first. This
You
time.
go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. I went first last time. I feel like it's only fair. I like that we were both waiting on each other. Go insane.
Well, that's less good. I draw cards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, okay. So he's just, yeah, I see what he's up to. Mature deep on. Ooh, I think I got the Innsmouth kind of stuff.
You've got the look.
He's got the look. Let's do a resource. All right, can be well till I can get here. Let's go here. Just spread it around a little bit there. Or, okay. I don't like it. One for an Innsmouth Troublemaker.
There he is.
He's got no icons, but he's got toughness 1, so he's just there to soak hits.
Love it.
And then pass. Pass it all. Pass.
Wow. Okay. Let's draw a few. Oh, interesting.
This is the kind of game, of course, Jeremy's good at this.
Yeah?
He's good at the games I'm not good at.
Most of them?
Ah, my gosh. Just walked into it. I may as well just literally set a snare for myself.
Yeah, it was
just
crazy.
Walked right into it.
Yeah, it was really crazy. I gotta be careful.
I like this guy. He's a troublemaker. He's my kind of guy.
He does seem correct.
Let's look at our windows here.
Actually, let's do this.
Do we go back and forth with actions in the operations phase?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you actively pass priority? Is there a stack?
Sure. You got something you want to do?
No.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
You gonna play a card or anything?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah, okay.
It's gross.
You think you're gonna play one in the next 5 minutes?
Nah, probably not.
No, probably not.
All right, let's play Overzealous Initiate.
I have an action.
Okay.
Sacrificial offering. Choose and wound a character. Then I'll wound one of mine. Bazinga.
Is that a stack? Can I action to your action?
No, obviously not.
Hold the phone. It's not fun.
Can't respond to anything I do. Look at the actions. You can't find. It's not actually in there, but it is in there. It's in there in a weirder section. It says actions, I think, are fully resolved before additional actions.
Elaine says no stack. Ah, come on. Lame. Lame.
Well, you know, I'm just, you know, I'll play once and then
Never lose again. All right,
I'll never
pass.
lose again. Oh my gosh.
Go ahead, you troublemaker.
It's wide open.
I'll make you pay for that.
Uh-huh. Ooh, a dabbler.
Dad will do it.
In the unit, put it on a store. That's just garbage. I don't want that at all. Oh man, I hit the. Oh, I almost hit it. Ah! How hard is this game? Okay. So wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the moment I play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the moment I play this. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay, so I've got to go here. Check this out. Get ready to lose.
Bring it on.
Okay. Let's play open for inspection here for 2. Let's play a student archaeologist.
Oh no.
2. We're going in.
Wow.
Let's play a dabbler of the unknown for 1.
Wow.
Again, I'm gonna be in top deck city.
Wow.
So, you know. I'm gonna take an action. Sacrifice dabbler to put a success token on a story card with no success token. So let me make sure I'm doing this right. So this would give me 3 resolutions of this, 4 for unopposed, and 5 for winning the skill check.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then on a story which usually has 2 or fewer success token. So we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want that. 2 or fewer. So that would be okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Let's put 1 here.
For what?
Wait, I sacrificed the dabbler. Put a success on something that has no success tokens on.
Okay.
And then we'll go to the play phase. Student archaeologist is going to go there and explore.
All right. Top down. No insane. No skulls. No books. Investigate. 1 token.
It triggers 3 times?
Yeah, 3 times, and then a book.
Because I've opened for inspection. And there's a book. I don't have a book icon. That's a bummer. Then it's unopposed, and then the skill challenge, and then it's unopposed. Welcome to London, fam.
Boom.
Each player may place 1 on a story which he has 2 or fewer success tokens. He or she, excuse me, or they, excuse me again, I'll excuse myself.
Your excuse.
Out of here. 1 down for old Steven. He's out ahead. He's playing the aggro deck.
Going first seems relevant. Frozen in time. Each player must discard 2 cards from his deck for each resource attached to one of his domains, or destroy that resource. Wow. Also, if you run out of deck, you lose.
Really?
Yeah.
No, well, we won't get there.
Mine?
Yeah.
My name is Inigo Montoya. Because my father.
Prepare to die?
Prepared to die. Let's go.
See, you've got, what, 8 cards over there, and I've got 2? Was it worth it? Never is. Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Here I was thinking I had an idea. I'm going to remove the dabbler.
I understand.
Yeah, I could
If you
just
swing
go
with
win
the
it.
dabbler, you can get 2.
I'll just go win this.
Yeah.
And then, sorry, can I resolve them in whatever order I want the stories?
Yeah.
So resolve this, put 1 here, and then resolve this, get 2 tokens. 1 for
got it.
unopposed,
Yeah.
1 for skill challenge. And
Technically, if you send the troublemaker over here, you get 2 there, too. But then you have a wide open board.
that's fine. I don't mind that at all. I'm a rush deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at all this strategy. And putting you on 2, I just need to get 4 and I win the game.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
Matt Lippy saying, or Lippe saying, this was my go-to game for many years. Organized and ran tournaments in Portland from 2012 to 2015, 2016. Fantastic card game. Glad to see you guys giving it some love. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I definitely see why people dig it.
And it's out of the core set. So, like, core set Thrones was garbage.
Yeah.
So I imagine we're just getting a small sliver of what this game actually is like. like you ever think to yourself, I'm going to lose?
No. Quite the opposite.
You're a unstoppable optimist.
Thank you. Let's play Victoria Glasser. We'll. I don't want to make your student insane,
Yeah, this one.
but I will
Okay.
go insane. Then we're gonna play an extortionist. Its ability
Bribe
doesn't really
man.
matter. I'm gonna give old Victoria a gun. She has a skull icon. Got a 45 pistols there.
That does seem relevant.
Yeah. And then we will.
You hold one resource for a reason over there? Or did you just not hit it, you know?
I just don't happen to have a 1.
You telling me the truth?
No. I'm going to send the extortionist here.
You got it.
And she readies, so I may as well. We'll send,
What's up, John the Bard? Hey, good to see you again. Good to see you
we'll
in the
send
chat.
her here.
I have no shenanigans for you whatsoever.
All right. I win. I get 3 here.
Unopposed. Skill. Investigator icon.
Yep. No one goes insane. I have the books, so she'll ready.
She's got the books.
Unopposed, and I have the most skill.
Keep him with the psychopath.
And then pass it.
Trent.
Everything ready? Wait, this thing
Is
comes
exhausted.
back
Yeah, and then you get her ability.
after I restore. Per student archaeologist text, I draw a card. Then each player chooses and discards a card from their hand. Then I draw 2 cards.
Top Deck City. Let's go. Give all those forecast cards, please.
Play a resource. I'm a 2/2/2 man.
The 2s.
That's right.
The 2s.
Technically, your domains are clear, right?
Don't tell me how to do it.
All right. Have I got news for you?
Please, please don't hurt me.
That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to go here and here.
Smart.
Don't worry about me.
Block here.
Actions may be taken. I have an action.
Okay.
Play Deep One Assault. Choose and destroy a character of support with cost 2 or lower because I have 2 resources. I'm going to choose Victoria.
I lose. Turn 2. Or turn 3. Dunk time.
Where's Jeremy? Jeremy's up next. Bring him in.
Our single starter game.
Bring him in.
That,
I'm ready.
that's pretty crazy. That is a rush deck. That's insane.
How you like that? You like losing?
No. That's,
You want to lose again?
That's crazy. I'll try it.
Let's do it one more time. Let's do it one more time.
It's pretty quick once you get going.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm curious for people that played this game, how long did an average game, how many turns did an average game go back in the day? Jeremy Z says, let's go.
All right. I have to build my Call of Cthulhu deck.
Elaine says, similar to Star Wars LCG, the game seems swingy at first. Makes sense. If you just are attacking every time, it's whoever gets there faster. We've got Frozen in Time. And the old Dreamwalkers. And the Shadow out of time. Bob said maybe 5.
5 turns. Okay, just quick.
So playing those expensive cards would be tough.
I mean, my big Cthulhu man is 6. Good luck, I guess. I bet there's probably decks that accelerate the curves and try to go big. 5 turns in 45 minutes to an hour? That's pretty wild.
I mean, if 5 turns means we each take 5 turns, then that's 10 total turns, so 4 or 5 minutes per turn. And some of those are going to get crunchier when you're resolving a bunch of stuff. And
say 45 minutes per turn?
No, 4 to 5 minutes.
Playing with me is 45 minutes per turn. Oof. This is horrible. Oh, that's a good card, though. Man, sometimes you just don't hit those once. I can't mulligan?
Mm-mm.
There's no mulligan in this game?
No moles.
If I do like all 4s, I'm just like gonna watch you do your thing?
Yeah. I'm familiar. I'll roll a d6 even, Steven, this time.
Even, Steve.
It was even. You get to choose.
How do I accelerate my curve?
Put on the gas. Elaine's saying the higher cost characters usually weren't viable.
An absolute classic.
Yeah.
Welcome to Warhammer Conquest. Yeah. Welcome to Game of Thrones.
Okay. This. Well, maybe you'll do something. Ooh, Dagon.
Damon saying, we had a small Call of Cthulhu player base down here in Australia. And I have such good memories from the tournaments that were held. It's my favorite PvP card game. So glad to see it being played. Yeah, it's a cool game.
Okay. These are the things that I'm playing as resources. Let's get... It does feel bad to play all your coolest stuff as resources. I will say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Gunnar says we should make t-shirts with the TC sayings and buzzwords. Bye Felicia Bugatti. We had a power outage. And what's the mulligan rule?
What's the mulligan rule is said constantly. Yeah. Who's going first?
You won the roll, so you get to choose.
I won the roll?
Yeah, I rolled even.
Wow. I'll go first.
Yeah, of course.
What are you talking about?
Shocker.
Oh, there's one. I got an opening.
Elaine says there's a parallel universe where TC started doing Call of Cthulhu videos in 2015, and the game is still going strong.
You think too much of us.
Yeah.
Let's go. I don't know if I have any loyal stuff.
The performance artist?
Knox Harrington?
There's a card called Performance Artist.
All right, let's go here. I don't like that.
You know the guy?
Stacking up the yellows here, but here we go.
Gimmicker says, how could we forget? Take 2 damage. Call me in the morning. Take 2. Call me in the morning.
It's here for the Gentleman's Club.
Oh, okay.
Exhaust, pay 2, draw a card.
Wrong day for that.
What's up?
Oh my goodness.
1 for the Innsmouth Troublemaker.
I need 2 more core sets immediately because I need 3 of those in every day.
I got 1 up.
All right.
Passing it over to you. Get ready to get wounded.
Fine. Draw 2.
Sacrificial offerings. Here we go. How did we get? Yeah, I don't know. How did we even get here? It just boggles the mind.
Let's do this.
Right next to the Gentleman's Club.
Yeah, how did we get here? We'll play a performance artist.
Where did we come from?
Cool.
Where did
We'll
we
play
go?
a Clover Club bouncer. Hit the curve. And we'll play a hard case and exhaust
he hit his
that character.
What is this, Dragon Ball
Exhaust
score or
that
whatever?
character. Exhaust that character. All right. Let's see. We'll go here. And here. You got any blockaroos or any tricks?
No. In fact, I don't.
So,
Twos.
do your worst. Just twos. Nobody's concerned about twos. Really.
I'm gonna come right back at you. All right, over to me. Draw some cards here.
Oh, well, hello. All right. Hey, I'm going to play the cards that are dealt to me.
That is one option.
Some would say it's about the only one.
I'm about to make your life miserable, though, so watch out.
All right, let's go. I kind of want to build. I'm not going to
Be a key. Be you go.
All right, let's go here. A little resource card there. Let's... Okay, let's...
Okay, cool.
Okay, first things first. Let's exhaust here to draw a card.
Why wouldn't you... Okay, I know why. Go ahead.
I mean, I had to put the thing and then...
Well, you wasted the 2 green that you could play, though.
2 green?
If you draw a green card that is 2 that you can play, you could use this resource. If you,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
but you might have something you need.
I don't have...
to
Yeah, these aren't loyal. I don't think I have loyal, so that's probably a... That's like the weakest stack is what you're saying,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. You may as well have the option in case you draw a 2-cost green.
Oh my gosh. What the heck?
Yeah.
I found a totally new avenue for this deck.
Okay. One ofs. Let's go.
1 here, or 2 there for Mad Genius. After I'm restored, choose a story card to put a success on it. So I can get a free little success there. Then let's pay 1 for an Eldritch Nexus. Gain a domain. Attach the top card of your deck as a resource.
Wow.
Like that.
Get out of town.
I don't even have enough statues now. Can I borrow a statue?
I'll have to use the stupid die or something.
I have an idea.
Super glue.
You do it.
I'm so out of theme. Okay, that's all I've got. What are these cards? I don't think they got shuffled in there.
Cheats McGillicuddy.
And then I'm going to put 1.
They can't see it at all, but it's so good.
They'll see it when it comes back in here.
Oh my gosh.
Let's put,
The way you plunked that thing down too was great.
Let's put a Tico Talisman.
A Rose Tico?
On my Troublemaker.
Oh, that thing's creepsters. What's it do?
It gains me 2 insane making icons.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then after it's placed into any discard pile, I can pay 1 to put it back in my hand. So that seems good. And then the old Troublemaker. Can I make myself insane?
No.
Can too.
let's put it here. Let's just get a Mad Genius in there.
Now, if he has that icon, he can't go insane ever. Which
right.
means you'll never get that restored
yeah.
ability.
Actually, I think that's okay for me.
Okay.
Sadly, in this exact moment, it's not what I want, but it's what I've got. Oh no. Oh, discarding from deck doesn't matter. That's particularly bad for me. Let's go here. For a fat 2.
No blocks.
Okay.
Now this is pod racing. Mine?
Yeah.
There's something satisfactory about that.
It's the plunking. Is the good part about it.
Wow. Intriguing. Yeah, that's just unfortunately the right call. All right. Actually, wait.
It's just called a wide deck, you think?
Don't know. I thought it was called a starter deck.
I've got a... I don't even know if it's funny, man. I've got to outlast you here. I've got one extra resource, and I've got one extra card a turn, you know?
Yeah, that's
I
a
just
problem
gotta play
for me.
D.
Let's play the Extortionist.
Mm.
Doesn't do anything. Let's play Victoria Glasser.
Come on.
Always see her. After she enters play, choose a character. The character goes insane. We'll choose your Troublemaker. Go insane.
But this messes with our plan.
Good.
I feel like I've already lost now.
All I have to do is outlaw, I lose. All right, X-Wing players. We have time on the round, okay?
All right, X-Wing Players is also on the shirt. For sure.
Let's go.
Ah, man, that's the worst thing to have for me.
Let's go here. Your chance to block.
I don't have anything.
All right, we'll go here first. I score it. Each player committed, or each player chooses a story card they won other than this one, and has to discard it, which is 0. Fine.
Yeah.
Gets replaced.
Understood.
The other path. It's one that you can play.
This is just Conquest, isn't it? No wonder Jeremy's good at it. He won all those games because of the same game.
Mediumly true. We'll go here. It's unopposed, and I have the most skill, and I stand.
Yeah, but you didn't win it.
Nope, just close. Unopposed, get 2. Call me in the morning.
Yeah. Okay.
These come back.
Baby, come back.
I'll put that there so it can be seen.
You ever listen to Haim?
Yeah, they were on the Taylor Swift album.
Oh, they were, yeah.
And then my brother was like, Brother Van was like, yeah. It was like, hey, have you ever listened to them? I was like, no. And then he sent me an album. I was like, hey, these are really
Yeah, super good. Right?
Are they the one that did that really wild music video?
Yeah, walking down the road.
Yeah, it just occurred to me because I think you showed that to me.
I think I probably did. Over to me. Restore this guy. Stand these things up. Draw 2 cards.
Did you happen to have something to make that Innsmouth Troublemaker do bad things to me on my turn?
Yes.
Bummer. I feel so bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
Elaine saying, moral of the story, don't overcommit.
Overcommit? Having a 1-cost Innsmouth Troublemaker sitting here doing nothing?
Making trouble is what he was doing.
Guys.
I sat him down.
Turned him right over.
Nah, I mean.
All right, let's throw a resource.
What up, Van?
down.
The stream has officially
The stream
begun.
has begun.
It's really impressive, Van. Van, what region of the world are you from?
Van, who are you?
Well, why are you here every day? We're getting paid to be here. You're just showing up for the privilege.
I'm drawing.
Really, what region of the world are
I'm
you
using
from?
Gentleman's Club there. I've got to play this and then use it? Baby, come back.
Van's from Hotlanta.
Very nice.
If you ever see us, just make sure we're wearing your van. I owe you a giant high five.
The biggest high five.
And probably a beer.
Just the biggest.
I mean, there was a dark time during the, I was going to say depression.
During the
During the
depression. Yeah. Who could forget?
During the pandemic, when
Guardian Shagath.
we were streaming every day and the world felt weird. And Van was there.
Van was always there. Van was always there. I'm going to play a dabbler.
Just dabble.
I like playing decks that don't have any icons. That's really my thing. I like that one the most.
If I had to pick a thing I liked, is that.
It's definitely that. I would do more of that for sure.
Appreciate that, Van. Meanwhile, all I can hear in my head right now is Biyaki. Biyako. Biyakis.
I'm not going to do anything offensively.
because I feel like I need to literally just play a longer game here.
Yeah, you don't want to lose.
Because you're at 2 cards. You don't have. I've got card draw on the table.
Yeah, it would be very easy if I could kneel you out to win the game for me next round.
Yep.
Send anything here, send anything with an icon here, game over.
That's it. But we're not going to play into your plan. We're going to play into my plan.
Smart.
We're playing Zwern math now.
Draw 2.
Have you never called Jeremy Zwern Jay-Z? That seems like an obvious
You know
thing
what?
you would do.
At the last Destiny Worlds, there was a group of people I was not aware that it was happening. Otherwise, I would have been there. That went to do karaoke,
Oh,
and apparently Jay-Z got on the mic,
no way.
and it was glorious, according to everyone that was there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So I would love to make that happen.
I have to be in a really special place to do karaoke. I have to not know that I'm getting into it before it's happening, basically. You know, where it's like, if somebody says, hey, you want to go to a karaoke bar? When I'm just like, it's like 6 in the afternoon. I'm like, no.
I like that 6 is afternoon to you.
Yeah, when I've only had 7 drinks. No, like when but if suddenly, if it's midnight and it's like, all of a sudden people are singing around me, then I'm like, okay, I'll do it. I can get in it.
Yeah, then here we are. All right, I'm going to play a Byakhee Servant.
Why? Why is this the worst thing? Why do you have good... You do have strictly good cards.
Always.
I've noticed.
I do like playing the good ones. I hear that's a good strategy. They just have these good abilities and awesome icons.
It's
and,
pretty good,
although
yeah.
you dunked on me last time with your events.
did.
I do
did.
feel like events, and then you have a lot of the stand and investigate icons over there, which I don't have a ton of.
I had some goods. I'm tricky. I'm a little tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Trickier than you. You're playing the fundies, though. I'm supposed to play the fundies. You're supposed to be tricky. We've switched. And baby, come back. Jeremy Z says he loves to sing Barry White. And honestly, that's the least surprising answer.
It's seems very accurate.
Yeah. Maybe some Marvin Gaye. Was Marvin Gaye Sexual Healing? I would like for Jeremy to sing Sexual Healing because I would really...
Don't you like icons you can't see?
Hey, don't look over here at my cards, man.
I too might be waiting.
Oh no, we're gonna do that Thrones thing, and then it's gonna be we're gonna make it impossible for ourselves to win.
Well, it's impossible to know when it's the right time to swing at that point.
Yeah. Let's keep it tidy here. Let's go. Only got 3 cards and 1 money. I can't do a lot.
Byakee's just so good at blocking.
That's right, Anesthesia. You're right. Van, you can say anything you want about Black Widow. Unless chat doesn't want the spoilers or whatever. But how long has it been out, Black Widow?
Enough time.
Yeah, you can talk about it. We don't care.
Okay. I'm going to pass.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I unfortunately am.
It's like it's up to old Steven and keep the game moving. As usual. Restore everything. Draw some cards.
Dan says he hates to spoil it for you, and then Anesthesia Cat says when he watches it in 2030,
Exactly.
he'll forget by then.
It's just absolutely
Yeah,
correct.
I thought the Black Widow movie was great, and I like the end. The tease.
This is a totally different side of this deck. I've never seen this before. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of one-of cards in our deck, so it's very possible you would not have seen a lot of your cards.
Well, they liked the diversity of the core set, which is why you needed to buy 3. But we get such a diverse experience, you see.
Yeah.
Here.
Alex, I didn't know that. Apparently, Scarlett Johansson's suing Disney for releasing the movie on stream. I imagine when the movie was first made, the contract was signed assuming it would be theatrically released only. And she gets like a percentage of theatrical cut and not streaming stuff.
Yeah.
So,
That's
and she's also
worth-
one of the producers
That's
or
worth
something.
suing about.
Yeah. So
That's
sure-
obviously somebody's getting hosed.
I'm sure they'll work it out.
Yeah.
Everyone's
I'm sure
making a lot of
Disney's
money.
nothing but gracious in those moments. Anyway, big stuff. Okay, where can I put all this stuff? Can you guys? You can't see that at all. This you can see when there's not a card there. Okay, knock my super glue over. Okay. I'm going wide, man. Pay 2. Exhausted Gentlemen's Club. Draw a card. Oh my gosh.
Oh my. Jerome, I am very excited to see the new
I didn't play
Suicide
a
Squad.
resource. Hold on.
Apparently, the
I'm gonna do
first
it
Suicide
different
Squad
now, but-
was not good. I never watched it. I love Birds of Prey, the movie. I thought that was really exceptionally well done.
Going wide. I don't think Cthulhu is coming out today. Then I will pay 2 draw card. All right, now we're gonna, Zach. I'm gonna do something that will truly make our lives impossible. So get ready for that. I'm gonna pay 1 for a Shadowed Reef.
Oh no.
All my Deep 1 characters gain an insanity icon, which is currently none. But just think about it. Remember, it's there. Wait. Where are my deep? Wait, are green deep ones? Because an ocean crawler is definitely a deep one. He doesn't have to say it on himself. I'm gonna play ocean crawlers.
Green means Cthulhu.
What? An ocean crawler isn't a deep one? What are they crawling in? Shallow water?
I couldn't tell you, man.
Is there a symbol somewhere? Are we missing something? You telling me this is not a deep one?
Elaine says you need the deep 1 trait. Cool. I'm also looking
Well, then
forward to.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm planning on going to see it this weekend. It's called The Green Knight. Like KNIGHC, you know? It looks amazing. Anything about the Arthurian legend is exciting.
Yeah, that looks
for me.
good. That movie looks
Have you
great.
seen it?
Yeah,
The
I've seen the preview. I'm going to play Solano Fragments. It's a tome. I can exhaust and pay X to choose a committed character with cost X or lower. Remove them from the story. So I can
What's
pay.
that?
I can pay to remove. It's like a Martell card, basically.
Holy smokes.
Holy mackerel.
Did they ready when this happens?
No, they don't. Definitely.
We'll find out.
Definitely don't.
Man, I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. Elaine says that's a great card.
Then I'm going to do a little.
Crazy.
I'm going to min-max here. I'm going to play a 0-cost Sword of Yatalo. Attached character gains an insanity.
Did you switch decks?
And a little skull icon there.
My goodness. Icon stacking is the worst.
This is going to be awful.
Those icons need to be at least 3 times bigger.
Done. Okay, I'm here.
Like those icons should be big at the bottom of the card so you can see it.
It doesn't. There's just so much information now on the board.
Yeah. Welcome to Ram City.
We need a spreadsheet.
This is why Jeremy is good at this game.
Yeah.
He does not miss things on this board state. Filler saying really wants to see Green Knight. I had to go back and watch Excalibur because he was so hyped. Yeah, I'm excited. I'll report on it next week.
But I find my lack of magnifying glasses disturbing.
Well, you know, those are hard to use in the sea.
The shallow sea.
A kiddie pool.
Yeah.
I'm still reeling from our Ashes experience this week. It's like getting a glimpse into the actual game that you don't really understand.
Absolutely terrifying.
You're but a child. It's like bills are a thing when you're a kid, but you don't really know how they work.
Totally terrifying.
And everyone's like, oh, you don't know what real life is yet? And it's like, you're right. I'm a kid.
I'm going here.
All right.
I want to play.
Just him.
Yeah, just that.
You got something tricky up your sleeve.
No, I don't have anything.
All right. It's worth trying. We'll block with the hard case.
Okay. I must kick him home with the fragments.
Oh, yeah, dang it. That's fine. At least you can't do it on my turn.
That's
though.
right.
You got it.
I did it. Putting 2 on it. 1 for skills,
One for good luck.
1 for unopposed.
Rare form today.
All right, done.
Thanks.
Yeah, strange. Thursday's crazy. I know. It's weird. This is a particularly weird day. I don't know what's going on. Because I'm working out again, I think. You know, that's the thing about health and fitness. It took me like 4 months to get inspired to work out again. And it's fine. It's fine. That's what always happens, and it's fine. Don't hate yourself for it. It'll take a while. It takes a while sometimes. It's not something anybody wants to do. Where'd you get all the... Oh, I keep playing my cards is the difference, I guess. We need this board to get smaller. Is there a Valor?
There is one somewhere on the board.
That was last game.
Yeah. Clears all the 3 costs.
Yeah, which would do very little.
Alright, I'm just gonna make this insane.
Yeah. Actually, let me zoom out. Let's just zoom out and give us some board here. Whoa.
Alright.
The eye. I bet things are not in focus now, unfortunately. Oh, they're pretty good. That's better. Okay. Sorry to send you on a little bounce journey there.
Which of these is better?
You're about to set the dominoes, and then somebody's gonna win the game.
Agreed.
And there's gonna be a lot of things we should have done better.
Alright, let's attach this here. Ready for this?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Let's play Thing from the Stars. In true Arkham fashion. Did you zoom out? That's way better.
I did. Yeah, it's better.
Right at the end of the stream. Lower the cost to play it for each resource type other than the yellow sign attached to the domain. So -1. It's 4. Action, exhaust to choose and destroy an insane character. It also has 3 insane icons. You know what I mean?
What's an insane character?
Someone that's flipped over.
Oh, right. You played a big thing.
Yeah.
You did it.
So I think I'm going to go here.
Wow. So insane things can't go insane. Or things that make things insane can't go insane.
That's right.
Okay. But they can be killed.
They can indeed. Who do I want to send?
Kind of looking for those magnifying glasses these days, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't ever think I'd get there, but it's like the power challenge of the game, isn't it?
We'll go there.
All right, yeah, you're gonna get all over that one. There's nothing good for me to do in response to that. Not a thing. You did it.
Okay.
Any text I should know about?
No, I'm just gonna unopposed win this.
Yeah. And what, you discard? Don't those things exhaust there?
Yeah, they do. Each player must discard 2 cards from his deck for each resource attached to one of his domains, or destroy
Every one of my domains?
or destroy that resource.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I get rid of 14.
I'm getting rid of. I've got 8 resources. I get rid of 16.
Mm-hmm. Nowhere to hide.
I could lose from decking, man. I'm like 6 cards away
You've
now.
been going to that club too much. Yeah, I just have the last couple turns. If you succeed here, you clear all other success tokens.
Not interested. Yeah, you don't have to trigger them, but Zach did, didn't he? You did trigger those, right? It hurts me more than it hurts you, doesn't it?
Trigger what? Yeah, I'll trigger it.
Yeah, you triggered it. My turn. Refresh, 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 refresh. Draw. Draw.
Yeah, I felt like I also have a character that gets a bunch of stuff out of my Discord pile. So
I'm gonna put a thing there. I'm going to the club anyway.
He's got 2 turns.
Turn it and burn it, man. All right, pay 4 for a mature deep one.
That's a deep one.
Yeah, that there is a deep one. Yes, that's right. I found it. I'm gonna pay 1 for a shadowed reef. All my deep ones gain insanity icon there. And then let's go win.
All I do is win.
Oh, this guy's ready too. Okay. Well, my kingdom for a. All right. I'm gonna sacrifice the dabbler. Tired of looking at this dabbler. I'm gonna put 1 here. And then I'm gonna go here and here. Here on Crow's Eye. Remember, I can bounce a 2 cost.
Mm-hmm.
My deep ones are +1.
All right. I have an action.
Yeah.
Get on your feet.
What's that mean?
I can choose and ready a character.
Okay.
If
Did
I
you overpay for it?
If I overpay for it, that character gets +3.
Did you?
No.
Okay.
But I will ready this Biaki.
Hmm.
And then I'm going to send all of these here.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
That's cool. It's a good idea. Okay. You got fast in different area codes there?
Yep. You ready to resolve? You got
No,
actions.
I'm not ready. Let's pop your that thing back.
He gone. Actually, I'm going to use my performance artist.
Oh, come on.
Sacrifice her to cancel a supporter character ability.
Oh, come on.
He's still there. Oh, no.
All right, I don't gonna do anything weird.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
go
want to start
insane
resolving?
there.
Yeah, you go insane.
You got it.
I'm going to get a little token.
Yeah.
All right. That's resolved.
This thing, I get 2 and stand up.
You got it.
Be a long road to hoe, as they say.
All right. All right. Mine? Let's go. By the power of Cthulhu. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. Let's
You gonna pump and dump on Shadow at a time here? Is that really what we're looking at?
That is what we're looking
Let's
at.
be honest. Yeah,
But
just do it as
man,
best you can.
I have a better.
So leave me alone.
I can't play it. Fine.
Perfect.
Let's play a demon lover.
Play a demon lover.
Demon lover. Oh, don't you love her? We're sending all these things here.
All right, I have no choice but to send the whole boat.
Ah, yes, let's
I don't
party.
Know, what else am I gonna do? I'm gonna try to. I don't even know the math. I just know the idea is that I have to be here. These are all exhausted, of course.
All right. How many? Let's go. You have any action?
I will, but I have to do some. I have to do some math first.
Okay. Because once we start resolving, there's no action.
There's no going back, is there?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many insanies you got there? 6?
6.
I'm also on 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm touched by the sleeper. Choose a green character to get +2 insanity icon.
Okay.
And let's put it on the deep one. He seems like the guy that would have that.
Okay. Pass.
All right. I win the insanes.
All right. I have to make someone go insane.
Oh, you get to choose.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's non-impactful.
Send my chud.
Entirely.
Oh, I love it. All right.
Yeah.
Damage. I have 3 skulls.
How many do I have?
I don't know.
1, 2,
3, 4.
3, 4.
Okay.
You declare a thumb more on your side there.
He's gone.
Okay.
Then we go to books. I've got 3.
1.
It's already my Biaki.
Okay.
Then we go to spyglasses.
You got him.
I've got 2.
You did it. Yeah. There you go.
Then total skill 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then attachments 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I win. Boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Let's talk about this.
There goes the mic.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, I have thoughts.
Did a good job there. We're playing the core set. You got to remember
Yeah.
the core set, notoriously not great, but it was pretty good, man. I get it. I mean, if you're just looking at mechanically what's going on here, it's one of the better little systems.
Yeah, I think the resources are way better than something like Thrones, where like you just have to. If either person doesn't draw economy, then it's a problem.
I would love the Thrones resource system if you had no plus gold anywhere. You know what I mean?
It was just plot based.
It was just plot based. That's a cool system. I like that.
I can see there's cards like I just drew this agoraphobia. 2 cost, choose a character without any insanity icons, return that character to their owner's hand.
The game is full of big old gotcha effects out of the core set, isn't it?
Yeah, which
They
you
were
can
really-
see.
They were really into that
So
at the time.
if you had your traditional 3 core sets, you could build a really consistent deck at removing pieces and like once it's a fragile. It's like when we're doing deck building theory, right? What's the thing? Oh, I remember when we were doing the Fab video. It's going to be out, the Fab Foundations thing, and it was like, well, we have to have one fact that we're basing everything else on.
Make the assumption.
So as an example, it's like Star Wars LCG had this going on too, which is you see this. We used to play characters in a swing, and then it ends very quickly. And then by the 3rd game, it's like, wait a second, I'm going to play characters and not swing. And then it's about knowing when to swing. And then it's about, you got me on the 2nd game, which is just like, you have effects that remove my options at instant speed. And then every player respects the fact that those exist. So now you really need to have some backup options.
Like over attack, over blocks.
Yeah, and even at the end
anticipate
here,
those
where it's
cards.
like, I have a character that can take a damage, I have a character I can make go insane, and then still have the things I need out. So you start seeing the kind of the basics that this thing is built on, but it is a delicate balance, honestly. Like I think that's a delicate system to balance because if any one of those pieces is not there, like if you just don't draw any removal, it's possible your opponent just rolls over you.
Yeah. And it's one of those where we don't see, it's not a lot of cost-based limitations, right? So like agoraphobias, they don't have any insanity. So you could drop a 6 cost that has no insanity icon and your 2 cost gets rid of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, and 2 cost, it's interesting. It's not even actual resource. It's just time.
It's only time, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
opportunity cost, you play something else.
that's one of the more interesting, like, I forget the character I drew earlier that you could pay 1 and ready him. Let me find him.
I guess like a moth too. Choose a character, it goes to 0.
Yeah.
I pay like 6 for something, 5 for something, you 0 it out.
I was sitting on that. And like you could send something unopposed and I could just 0 it out.
Yeah.
And then this is nothing. That's what I meant earlier when you were like, if I was like, if you had something that just cancels out my challenge, this is a problem.
I mean, this is insane too. I mean, this touch by the sleeper, 0 cost, they get 2 insanity.
Yeah. You just immediately make someone go insane.
Like I just put a little chud against your 4 or 5 cost thing and it goes insane.
Yeah. I do like that you can only play so many cards a turn.
Yeah, it's a little controlled.
I also like that the icon resolution things, the insanity, the damage, then the ready, then the investigate action. And then these effects obviously matter a whole lot too.
Yeah.
Like those are potentially big effects. And it makes sense in a tournament setting, like if these are set, it's like these 10 are this season, that you would have to build decks around knowing what those win conditions are.
Yeah. And these are all pretty generic. Pretty general. Kind of like Conquest, you kind of got to know where you want to play.
It does. So Conquest cared more left to right. Like positional mattered. Where you played characters mattered a lot.
Yeah.
Which don't matter here, but there are a lot of elements of this that remind me of Conquest, which makes sense why Jeremy liked this so much.
Like them being stuck on planets when you put them there, whereas these guys go out and come back.
Yeah. Like if when you played a character, you had to pick a story for it to be at.
They're there forever. They're telling the story forever, yeah.
And they could move when that story goes away, kind of a thing. Then that would make it more like Conquest. But
super similar though.
I think this is a great little game.
It's the one you look at it and you're like, I immediately know why people got really into this.
I see how you could become obsessed.
Like some of these games, I'm like, I don't know why anybody. But yeah, this totally makes sense.
Yeah, the theme is there. I thought the theme was pretty good. Especially if this is a theme you're into, especially in 2008. There's not a lot of games serving.
And it used to be a collectible game.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, everything used to be
collectible, I guess. That was kind of the thing. And now it's kind of going back that way a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that was super fun. I can definitely see the appeal. Anyone that's a Mythos kind of person, H.P. Lovecraft stuff, I think this is a great little game.
Yeah, and it's a nice little head-to-head that doesn't feel super aggressive.
Yeah. Thrones felt that way.
Yeah, and it's like, I made you. I think it's because you're choosing who goes insane.
Absolutely, or taking damage.
Yeah.
That's actually such a compelling decision at the design level.
Yeah.
And it's the opposite of Thrones. That's what made Thrones so combative. Claim you would get a pick, right?
Claim, yeah.
But like
random, the cards were random from Intrigue. That's why Intrigue was the worst.
Yeah.
But also, pretty much all the effects were just directly killing yourself, which is the same here. So that's maybe not a fair comparison at all.
Yeah, that is true. Because you do pick your claim in Thrones. It just felt I think it was Die by the Sword. They just felt. It was always there, Neutral, killing things.
Right. It's because you're killing things, you know. At least even here you're wounding them.
That's right.
So yeah, this is cool. Cheers to you, Alan. Hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for helping us out with the rules and getting through it. Glad says very big thank you. Brought back so many memories. It's phenomenal. That's kind of, in a lot of ways, that's why we're doing this. Because we just want to capture all these games. Like there's so many of these games floating around, and we've been doing these throwback series for about a year now almost. And it's just like having a library of all of these games moving forward, hopefully in the next 50, 60, 80 years, depending on whenever YouTube servers get wiped.
That'll be sad.
Is really worthwhile, to just capture it. And if you ever want to come back and just remember something you really enjoyed or use it as a diving board to get back into something you really enjoyed, well, that's great. We would love to do it.
And we are planning on doing the next throwback. I don't think we're going to stream next Thursday, but then the Thursday after that is Warhammer Invasion, which is another LCG, and it's one that neither of us have played, as far as I know.
We're doing that. Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll have the whole spread done then.
Yeah, that's next up.
That's cool. Well, hey, thanks for joining us, everyone. We really appreciate you being here, and we appreciate all the support over the years. And we'll see you again next week or whenever we see you. Catch us Monday for Earthborn.
Yeah,
that'd be super fun.
Definitely.
We'll see you then.